improving performance. Navigating psychological skills in sport. Picture an elite athlete poised for action. The stadium is roaring, the pressure immense. Yet, amidst the chaos, they seem calm, focused, almost serene. What's their secret? Beyond the hours in the gym and the relentless drills, there's another arena they've mastered, their mind. Welcome to the captivating world of psychological skills training, PST. At its core, PST isn't just a remedy for athletes facing hurdles in their mental game. It's an intricate framework designed for athletes of all calibers, from rookies to legends. Rooted deeply in both empirical research and invaluable anecdotal evidence from seasoned athletes and coaches, PST is all about honing the psyche to bolster performance. Some say it's akin to a mental gym, regular, systematic exercises but for the mind. The aim? Enhancing performance, elevating the joy of the game, and nurturing a profound sense of satisfaction in the sport. The origins of PST are twofold, making it a rich tapestry of insights. First, there's rigorous research, often focusing on those athletes whose psychological prowess seems almost superhuman. Then there's the invaluable wisdom from the trenches, anecdotes from coaches and athletes who swear by the importance of psychological skills in pushing the boundaries of performance. Self-regulation. Imagine being the maestro of your emotions, thoughts, and behaviors, seamlessly orchestrating them towards your goals. This mastery is the essence of self-regulation. It's not just about reacting but proactively steering oneself in the desired direction, whether it's short-term objectives or long-term visions. Interestingly, while self-regulation encompasses various stages like commitment, execution, generalization, and even problem identification, one might wonder about specialization. But here's the twist: specialization isn't part of the symphony of self-regulation, as proposed by Kirschenbaum. Understanding psychological strengths and weaknesses. How do you gauge the psychological mettle of an athlete? Is it through standardized tests or perhaps candid conversations? The golden answer is a fusion of both, blending oral interviews with psychological inventories to craft a comprehensive portrait of an athlete's mental landscape. The double-edged sword of mental toughness. Mental toughness, often romanticized, is undoubtedly an asset. But like a powerful tide, it has its dangers. An athlete's unwavering determination might lead them to play through excruciating pain, risking further injuries. Or their relentless drive might morph into overtraining, burning the candle at both ends. Worse yet, the stoic facade might deter them from seeking essential mental health support. Elite athletes' coping strategies, more than just rituals. Ever noticed athletes talking to themselves or seen them engage in deep breathing? These are but glimpses into the vast coping repertoire they possess. From seeking social support and mastering time management to harnessing thought control, they employ an array of strategies. However, one might wonder if superstitions play a part. While rituals might offer comfort, relying on superstitions isn't the typical coping strategy for these champions. Instead, it's about grounding oneself with rational thinking and constructive self-talk. Navigating the world of sports requires more than just physical agility. It's a dance of the mind, an inner game where the rules are ever evolving. And as we've seen, mastering this game, with the help of tools like PST, can truly set champions apart. Anxiety reduction in sports. Picture a gymnast, on the precipice of her performance, her heart racing, palms sweaty, and a whirlwind of thoughts swirling in her mind. Amidst the roar of the crowd and the weight of expectations, there lies the challenge of mastering not just her body but her mind. While her physical prowess is evident, her mental journey involves navigating the waters of anxiety. Welcome to the realm where athletes strive to find that coveted balance. When body meets mind. Are gymnasts' racing heart and the tingling sensation in her palms? That's somatic anxiety at play. It's the body's response to stress, and believe me, it's like an uninvited guest at a party. Thankfully, sports psychology has an arsenal of techniques to tackle this. Imagine our athlete learning to tune into her breathing, regulating it, ensuring each inhale and exhale becomes a calming rhythm. This is the essence of breath control. Or perhaps she's introduced to progressive relaxation, methodically relaxing each muscle group, transforming tension into tranquility. And then there's biofeedback, a fascinating tool allowing athletes to visualize physiological functions, like heart rate, to gain control over them. It's like being given a remote control for your body's responses. Coping strategies. So, when adversity strikes, how does an athlete respond? Broadly, coping can diverge into two primary trails: problem-focused coping and emotion-focused coping. Picture an archer facing unpredictable winds during a competition. She might adjust her stance or bow angle, a prime example of problem-focused coping, addressing the root of the issue. However, if our gymnast battles performance jitters, she might employ emotion-focused coping, maybe using visualization techniques to calm her nerves. The arousal regulation rendezvous. Imagine having a dial where you can tune your arousal levels to the perfect setting for peak performance. Intriguing, right? Regulating arousal isn't about suppression but finesse and control. And just like any other skill, from a tennis serve to a ballet pirouette, it requires practice. To seamlessly integrate arousal regulation into one's routine, the trick is to pair it with physical practice sessions. Imagine a basketball player practicing free throws. As he takes each shot, he could synchronize his breathing, incorporating the techniques he's learned to regulate arousal. Amidst the cacophony of competition, achieving the relaxation response is akin to finding an oasis. Essential elements like a quiet environment, passive attitude, and a comfortable position act as anchors. Interestingly, while many believe chanting a mantra is pivotal, it's not a mandatory ticket to this tranquil journey. Speaking of journeys, Smith's cognitive effective stress management training is like a roadmap to managing stress. It begins with understanding one's stressors, followed by imbibing skills to combat them and then rehearsing these newfound skills. However, contrary to what some might believe, there isn't a post-treatment phase. The journey of mastering stress is ongoing. Anecdote from the slopes, Suin's insight. Remember the thrill watching skiers swoosh down snowy slopes? Suin's research offers a riveting insight here. Skiers, when visualizing their descent, actually showed electrical activity in their legs. This phenomenon lends weight to the psychoneuromuscular theory, emphasizing the connection between mental imagery and muscle activity. It's almost as if the body rehearses the act, even if just in the mind. Navigating the world of sport isn't just about muscle memory and endurance. It's a delicate dance between the mind and body. And as we've seen, with the right tools and techniques, athletes can strike that perfect balance. So, as you lace up for your next challenge, remember, mastery is as much mental as it is physical. Imagery in sport. Picture a basketball player standing on the court, seconds before the buzzer sounds. The weight of the game rests on this one shot. Now, imagine if she's practiced this shot, not just on the court but countless times in her mind, feeling the ball, hearing the net, even sensing the crowd's anticipation. Welcome to the profound world of imagery in sports, a space where the boundaries between reality and imagination blur, offering athletes an edge. At its heart, imagery isn't just about seeing. It's a multi-sensory journey. Think of it as a virtual reality experience, crafted from one's memories. You're not just visualizing the basketball hoop, you're feeling the texture of the ball, hearing the squeak of your shoes, and smelling the polished wooden court. But what makes these vivid mind replays so impactful? The answer lies in the interplay of situations and personal attributes. Imagine a novice swimmer trying to perfect his stroke using imagery versus an experienced one visualizing her Olympic win. The effectiveness of their imagery would differ based on their skill levels. Similarly, a sprinter might find imagery more potent for strategizing the race's cognitive aspects rather than just the physical run. Interestingly, symbolic learning theory dives deep into this. Research suggests that imagery plays a pivotal role in understanding and mastering tasks that lean more towards cognitive aspects than purely motoric functions. It's like mentally rehearsing a complex dance sequence, understanding transitions and timings before physically attempting it. Harnessing imagery. So, when's the best time for our basketball player to engage in imagery? Before a game to boost confidence? Or after, to refine strategies? Well, both. In fact, athletes can use imagery during any downtime, be it off-season, breaks, or even personal relaxation moments. The canvas of the mind is always available. Moreover, consider an athlete on the recovery path post-injury. While their physical activities might be limited, their mind's playground remains unhindered. Here, imagery acts as a bridge, aiding the rehabilitation process by keeping the neural pathways active, reminiscent of actual physical training. PSY imagery. Delving deeper into the intricacies of imagery, the PSY model emerges as a beacon. It underscores elements like emotions, the environment, timing, and even learning. It's not just about what you imagine, but how you imagine it. However, amidst its intricate facets, there's no space for planning. PSY is more about the real-time experience rather than strategizing. The role of coaches in athlete expectations. While diving into the psychological facets of sports, a fascinating observation emerges around coaches. Their beliefs and expectations significantly mold athlete interactions. It's observed that high-expectancy athletes often receive more instructional feedback and praise. However, contrary to popular belief, it's not the low expectancy. In the grand arena of sports, physical prowess is undeniably crucial. But as we've journeyed through this chapter, it's evident that the mind holds its own unique court. Imagery stands testament to the idea that in the union of physical and mental realms, true champions are forged.